Hello YouTube, this is Ty376 and welcome back to Stories from the Friendzone, the segment where we go to the Friendzone subreddit. And it's been a fucking while, honestly. I'm sorry that it's been this long, but hopefully we're here in time to help these kids. These kids are about to put me through a lightning round of Friendzone posts because there's quite a few posts since last time, but half of them are just like one-liner deals. That's just like, oh, I'm lonely, oh, blah, blah, blah. So we'll just get into that real fucking quick. Get some of this shit out of the way. And then, oh my god, there's just some walls of text that we have to get through. Oh god, who fucking cares? Could she be my wing girl then? Well, if I'm friend-zoned, then can I just ask her to help me find another girl? No, she's gonna do this thing where, like, you see a girl that, oh yeah, she's cute, and then like try to help me out with her, this and that. First off, you're gonna be a pussy by like, sending her to sort of, figure out if the other girl likes you or whatever. But second off, she's not gonna make you look that good. She doesn't want you to get snatched up by another girl and have all your time and energy and shoulder space being taken up by another girl. No way she's gonna fucking help you with that. I need to know if this is the right call. Look, I'm friends with this really funny girl, although I don't know if she feels the same. We've been chatting for like 2 months now, and I feel as though if I ask her out, she will turn me down. She is around me quite often at school, etc. She was the first to chat with me. Could be a sign that it's go time, or should I keep it to myself? No, don't keep it to yourself. Just ask her out. Because it's either going to be you're going to ask her out or she's going to say no, or you're not going to ask her out and she won't say anything at all, or you'll ask her out and she'll say yes. So if you ask her out, then you actually have a chance of her saying yes. If you don't do anything, then it's not going to fucking happen. Lonely. Hey, this is my first post on Reddit. I just wanted some comfort. Feeling lonely at school. Oh, I'm only 14, but just hurts that nobody likes you. I mean, I have tons of friends, but none of the girls like me like that. Well, why is that? Are you the small, nerdy, shy kid that doesn't say anything? What I'm just gonna say is find something that you like to do and do the fuck out of that thing. And just do that thing as much as you can. Invest all your time in it. Not another person, not a woman, or I guess a girl as it would be in your case, but, just find something that you love to do, that you really believe in, and just do that thing, and focus on that shit. And there will be girls that show up and want to do that thing too. Don't have it be like video games or something else solitary. I'm talking about like, if it's like the chess club or like drama club or something like that. Au pair in Germany from America. Hi, I have been in Germany for 2 weeks now. I am enjoying it here, but would really like to meet people and make some new friends. I miss hanging out with my friends at home. Sit with the people at lunch. Sit with the cool kids at lunch. Or, sit with the lame kids too, because you're going to have to find somewhere that you're going to fit in. What the fuck do I say, Ask people, for help on your homework and shit. Ask for some help. Go up to guys and start talking to them. They'll probably be interested in the fact that you're not from that country. There is no friend zone. It's just friendship. If you want more, then it's on you to be honest with her. Don't just bide your time pretending to be her friend because it's an in. That's creepy. I don't know. It's not as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's not as easy as that. Yes, everything that you just said there makes complete sense, but why is it that, kids this age and even apparently people my age, have to deal with the forbidden friend zone. I mean, if you just like, basically just don't be surprised that you have all down votes. Like everyone thinks you're fucking wrong. Because if you could simplify the friend zoning situation so simply, you'd be fucking rich, or you'd be where I am. Alright, now that we've gotten all the kids out of the way, we're gonna get into some longer posts. Female friend zone? I have known this guy for about 3 years, but recently only met him a few weeks ago. What? Wait, what the fuck? I have known this guy for about 3 years, but recently only met him a few weeks ago. I knew I loved his personality and his face, and hanging out with him in person would be amazing. Things were so great, though he did express that he wasn't sure if he had feelings for me. Fast forward to a few weeks later. I haven't seen him since he lives a few hours away and is in school. I think I love him, but he has turned down my advances. Maybe I'm quick to feel this way, but I at least want a chance to date him. It hurts having these feelings for him. What? You guys can't see it, but the him is capitalized, and that makes it super fucking creepy. Like, that is just ungodly creepy. It just hurts having these feelings for him when he doesn't return them. I want to be his friend, but I know I'll be hurt if/when he finds someone else. Damn, why does it hurt so much? What? Now what the fuck was that? Yeah, no, it's just something super important fell over. No problem. Why do you gotta focus on a guy that lives a few hours away and is in school? You don't love this guy. I mean, he doesn't love you back. He doesn't care. You knew that you... this is the part that I'm confused on, is that how you knew him for 3 years, and then maybe you made like a typo in that second part of the sentence. You met him like a few weeks ago. Like, maybe it's a typo. I knew I loved his personality and his face, and hanging out with him in person would be amazing. This implies that you knew about this guy and have heard about him and kind of like creep stalked him, probably looked him up on Facebook, printed out some pictures of him and taped them onto your pillow so you could make out with his face at night. That's what it makes you sound like you did. I hope I'm wrong, but kind of getting into the rest of the post, I don't think I'm that far off. Now, don't be focusing on this guy. What is so great about this guy that makes him so fucking awesome? He lives a little bit out of reach. He's turned down your advances. He's not fucking interested. He's not sure if he has feelings for you because he's not sure if you're going to open up your legs yet or not. If you do, then maybe he does have feelings for you, and maybe they'll come about never, And if you don't, maybe he'll just, keep turning down your advances. Don't spend any more time with this guy. He doesn't fucking care. Rejected friend zone request. There was this girl I'm interested in. She's fairly attractive, has a number of suitors constantly. We worked together a few years back and randomly ran into each other in the neighborhood recently. Hung out a few times. There was some making out. Tried to follow through with some last-minute Valentine's plans and they didn't work out. Haven't really been in touch for the most part. Ran into each other at a cafe and we talked for 15 minutes. I asked her out to dinner and she said she can't, she's busy. That's cool. I got the message. Later that night, she sends me an absurd and long text about how she was nervous because she thought it was a date request and she didn't know how to navigate that, so she just said no. She's, quote, not romantically interested, end quote, in me, but thinks that we should be friends, so we can continue to have wonderful conversations about art and music and life. I responded back saying that yes, her suspicions were correct and I did indeed ask her out. Her saying no is hardly the end of the world, and that I'm not interested in such friendships. I said I'm sure I'll see her around the neighborhood and that there is no bad blood, her words and concern in the original message, or hard feelings. She seems pretty pissed, to be honest. No response, which is perfectly fine with me. But I'm really wondering what sort of game she is trying to play here. Yeah. I'm definitely not a friendzone guy. I'm sure she's aware. Has to be at this point. I get that she wants to keep me around for one reason or another. While I'm not going to grant her that convenience of emotional stability and whatever else my friendship comes with, she's clearly thinking about me a good bit. How can I turn it around to get her more sexually excited? I've been going to the gym. In fact, of course. I've been going to the gym. In fact, she caught me on the way back when we did have our chat. She knows I'm into improving myself, also studying and trying to go to law school, and I think she seems to appreciate some of what I have. I was ready to walk away entirely, still am, after she said she was busy. Hard to not get the meaning of that. But then she sent me that damned essay, and I'm wondering if there are maybe some chess moves that I haven't considered in this situation. Yes, you have not considered the fact that she was totally sexually attracted to you until you tried to rush the Valentine's plans and make it all romantic, and then follow it up with a dinner date type deal. Made it super unsexy. Look, this girl sounds like she was just looking for, meet a guy that's cool. You guys have known each other for a while, so she kind of knows you're safe already. You got that social proof going on, and, you talk a little bit, you make out a little bit. Next time you go out, maybe it's a, movie at my place, your place type deal, and then you guys get it on. That's kind of the fucking point of it. You completely obliterate that chance when you introduce so what is this? Is this like a date? Or are you going to be my girlfriend or what? And especially when you're trying to rush the Valentine's Day plans bullshit. Valentine's Day is so contrived. Everybody understands this at this point. It's a holiday that's made up just to by your significant to put that girl further up on that pedestal, and not just put her up on that pedestal, but to also deliver gifts to her fucking doorstep, as fucking evidenced by my last fucking post during fucking Valentine's Day, where all the fucking guys were delivering the fucking gifts to the doorsteps of the girl, not to the girl actually, not to her physically, not going up to her face and like, hey, I got you a little something, blah, 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 so we should go out sometime, and then get rejected to their face. These guys delivered the fucking Valentine's Day gifts to the doorsteps. Talk about fucking pedestal, bro. Anyway, I went on a fucking rant, but you totally overanalyzed this, dude. I mean, you tried to rush it in a way. When you get older like this, girls don't want and I think most people, for this matter, don't really want a really constructed, okay, now this is established as our dating period, and the time before this is established as our, making out period. And after this is, after the dating period is it's that unknown chasm that you have to cross. You don't even know what's on the other fucking side. Basically, I can say that because you don't know how to transition going out and making out with this girl to inviting her over to your place to watch a movie. People don't want those kinds of things to be rushed, especially when it's brought on by something, like Valentine's Day, Like, you guys aren't in any kind of romantic relationship. You met her again a few weeks ago, and, a few weeks later, it's Valentine's Day. You guys aren't in a relationship. You guys aren't really romantically interested in each other. I mean, yeah, she's probably attracted. You're probably attracted to her. But that doesn't mean you have to make up this whole Valentine's Day plan for whatever. As far as you're concerned, and as far as she's concerned, you're both single. You're not doing anything on Valentine's Day. Let me get into another thing. No girl or woman cares about how you're into improving yourself. No one cares. Look, I did it for a while too, so I know exactly where you're fucking coming from. All that man-provement, seduction, no fap, all that kind of shit. I know, I totally know where you're fucking coming from, man. But no girl wants to hear about how, oh yeah, I got a gym regimen, I'm totally working on improving myself, blah, blah. She doesn't care. She just wants to know, are you cool? Can you hold a fucking conversation? What kind of shit are you into? What's your cool hobbies? And yeah, can you pick her up and spin her around? I mean, that does help, but you don't have to explain the part where you've been working really hard so that you can pick her up and spin her around. Just do it. Basically, you kind of had an in with this girl. I mean, it starts off with you guys making out. You had an in. And then somewhere along the way, you tried to rush it a little bit. You tried to make it romantic. You tried to put, some kind of label on it or some kind of, not a price tag, but, you gave it a little bit of structure. And women aren't like that. They want things to be free flowing. They just want to feel in the moment or whatever. And that's kind of what you were bringing to the table initially was, some guy that she knew from, some time ago or whatever, and oh yeah, we're grown up now, and like, you're doing this cool thing, I'm doing this cool thing, we both have separate lives, and we're kind of just meeting together in the sort of serendipitous moment, and maybe that moment leads to a movie night, Don't try to dateify or girlfriendify, that kind of thing. It just happens, you gotta let it roll. And this is one of those things where it's a hard way to learn that kind of lesson. Why did she not text you back? Why does she seem really pissed off? Because he acted like a douche. She acted like a douche telling her that, yeah, I did ask you out on a date, and if you're gonna reject me, well, I'm not even interested in having you as a friend, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's pretty dickish. But you didn't know that, and now you do, and so carry that on. Keep improving yourself, go to that law school, keep doing awesome shit, and the next time you run into a girl that knew from some time ago, just let it be. Carry a nice conversation. Get her number. Maybe send her a funny text once in a while, blah, blah. Hey, we should meet up sometime. Carry it naturally. Don't try to, construct it around specific types of dates or, a certain type of language. Friendzoned from the girl I'm in love with. Hey, so I'm not quite sure how to write posts like these, but I'm a 16-year-old in high school. Yep, that's how you start it. And I began liking this girl in 9th grade. She's amazing, beautiful, really smart, kind, funny, and passionate about what she loves. So I developed a bit of a crush on her in 9th grade, but she started dating one of my close friends. They went off and broke up 7 months later, me still having feelings for her, which I'd suppressed. During their relationship, I became somewhat friends with her. Nothing too close, though. In 10th grade, I come to school expecting those feelings to have gone. She was away during summer. But no, she sat down in English with me, and all those feelings came back. So I decided I'd do something this year. I became really close friends with her, and soon enough, I asked her to my school's dance. However, I noticed a hesitation and jumped and quickly added, as friends. But of course she found out I had feelings for her. We went together and I spared no expense. BMWs, tux, etc. It was kind of fun, awkward at times because we would be sitting and wouldn't know what to talk about, and I always felt undermined by her best friend's boyfriend, who was quite easily showing his affection for his girlfriend. Following the dance, at school I began to feel that she was avoiding me, and I began hating myself for not showing her a good time at the dance. No sexual reference. For not making her happy and boring her. I was saddened for 2 weeks, and to add to it, she was avoiding me. I'd come into the grade common room with her, and she would have an excuse to always go somewhere else in private. A couple days ago, one of my friends, female, who is good friends with the girl I like, tells me she knows I like her, and she wants to stay friends because she doesn't want our friendship to end. And turns out the person who told her I liked her was none other than who I thought was my best friend. So yeah, this is about the 3/4 time I've been friend-zoned, but I had never felt what I felt for her than with anyone else. I really want this to work, and Reddit, I'm ready to crawl through the fiery depths of the friend zone to love her. So any help would be great. Yes. Start with this. Do not crawl through the fiery depths of the friend zone to love her. That is going to waste a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of heartbreak on your behalf. You know, I got excited when I read the part that you had decided to do something this year, and then you followed it up with, I became really close friends with her. You don't want to do that. If you're going to do something, if you decided that you were going to do something, then you had best decided that you were going to ask her out. You know, you had best decided that you were going to tell her, like, you know what? I am attracted to you. I do like you. I do want to go out with you. And say that kind of shit. And what the fuck do you mean you spared no expense, BMWs, Tux? Who the fuck bought you that shit? You're 16. Who spared no expense? You? Or your parents? Come on, bro. You know, you gotta work on your self-confidence. One thing, I'm just gonna give you one thing about this post, because this is a tough one. Obviously, you're gonna get the classic reply from me, which is distance yourself from this girl and focus on something different. But I gotta give you this too, is that you gotta work on your self-confidence. You gotta be doing something that makes you feel good. You can't be, you know, taking the girl that you like to a dance, and when you get there, you know, you feel boring. You know, that makes you boring. You don't have anything to talk about. You just kind of stand around and not do anything, you know, not really talking to her and being awkward. You know, it has to start at the base level. You have to believe that you're not a boring person. You have to be interested in stuff. You have to be doing something that makes you feel good, that raises that, you know, baseline self-esteem that you got. You gotta pick something that you're good at, and you gotta be doing that thing. Because, you know, she's gonna think you're boring. She's not gonna wanna be around you, and she's gonna wanna distance herself from you if you feel boring, if you emanate that boring experience, if you don't have anything to talk about, if you didn't do anything interesting, you know, if you didn't accomplish something. You guys are in the same grade, you guys are in the same fucking class, and you guys are in the same place at the same time. You guys don't have anything to talk about. It could just be that, you know, you really like her and she kind of puts that pressure on you, like you have to impress her, and you know, it's that weird social anxiety of like, you know, I have to be interesting to impress her, but I'm not interesting, and that creates a cycle of me being not interesting because I'm so worried about having to be interesting, that kind of thing. There's just so much stuff going on here, but just Google it. You know, I can't give you examples of what to do to make yourself feel good. Here you go. Start with this one. Stop masturbating. You're 16 years old. I'll give you a fucking way that you will find something to fucking talk about. At the very least, you will be bouncing off of the fucking walls. And maybe one step above that, you might try to make out with this girl. You're 16 years old. Stop fucking masturbating. Stop jerking off. Stop watching porn. I will guarantee you, in a week, you will be bouncing off the walls. You will be full of energy. You will be begging to do anything. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this edition of Stories from the Friend Zone. Thank you for listening, and we will see you later.